We're back in St. Joseph on this edition of Water Wednesdays with some big news for residents of the area as we get the Castle Grant Reservoir, the new one, into service. This is the first of 5 new reservoirs that will be put into supply. To tell you a bit more about what is happening with this reservoir and the others is Charles Leslie. He's the Director of Engineering with the BWA. So Charles, we've been able to finish these reservoirs in quick time and get them ready to be put into service.
Yes, Shane. This reservoir at Castle Grant, this is a 1.5 million gallon reservoir. That's the capacity of the reservoir. It will be, in addition to the existing reservoir we have here, which is just about 288,000 gallons. But this reservoir is the first of the 5 reservoirs to be completed. Everything should be completed, the reservoir as well as the pumping station, and handed over by the contractor by the last week of July. Then the BWA will go about doing the testing, what we call the hydrostatic testing, to make sure that everything is okay, and installing the equipment in the pumping station. The other reservoirs are located at APSO. We have 2 tanks that are going to be at APSO along with a new pumping station there. The first tank and the pumping station will be complete, I believe, by the first week of August. The contractor is currently working on reservoirs at Rising Sun and Shop Hill. Rising Sun is next to an existing reservoir there at the Balls Plantation site. There are 2 1.5 million gallon reservoirs in the whole package, and the others are just 685,000 gallon tanks. At Shop Hill is going to be a completely new reservoir. In that system, we never had any storage whatsoever. Oh. So whenever we had like an interruption in power or mechanical problem with the pumping station, customers would immediately feel the effect of the water going off because of the breakage in the supply of water. So I believe the customers in Shop Hill would really feel the effect of having that new reservoir in service there. So in total with these 5 tanks, we'll have approximately 5 million gallons additional water storage added to our network, which is approximately now 30 million gallons. So eventually we'll have about 35 going 36 million gallons total storage at the island.
We know that this one is very important for the residents of St. Joseph who have had to bear with some issues with the water network in this part of the island. Why is this total package so important in terms of building capacity in our network?
The year before we would have completed the Vineyard project,
yes,
and that would have introduced additional water into the system. So that water, we have additional water coming into the system, but the storage capacity within the system itself was still small. 288,000 gallons is a small capacity. And that would just last the customers a couple hours once there was a breakage in the supply. With this now, we have additional storage, and what we're going to be doing as well with this is adding the pumping station. The pumping station is really for those customers that are at least approximately the same elevation as the reservoir, because the reservoir obviously is going to be serving by gravity to those customers below. But the pumping station now will pressurize the mains to service those customers in Chimborazo, Sugar Hill, those high areas that are almost at the same elevation as this reservoir. So they should have a more reliable supply going to their properties.
Well, as always, thank you, Charles, for the update, and for you residents living in St. Joseph, this is some good news as we try to continue some other work. The mains lane continues as well. It's all to make sure that the network is a whole lot more stable and you have a lot more reliable supply running into your homes. Residents not only here in St. Joseph, but further afield. We want to thank you for watching another edition of Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit our website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com. Go to our Facebook or Instagram pages for loads of content and additional updates and information, or please smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Go to Water Wednesdays. You can find us there.